Guys, I have read 500 plus books in the past 3.5 years, and wherever I go, people ask, how did you read all those books? And in this video, I'm gonna share my secrets on how I read all these books. Yo, I'm BNS. I interview world-class experts on health and mindset and have read hundreds of books so that I can help as many people as possible while having fun. Guys, remember that if you're a beginner, it's best that you do not select a book that is over 500 pages, okay? If the book is very big, you will read for a while, but you will get bored and you will stop reading, and it will indirectly have an effect on your reading habit, and it will make you hate the process of reading books.
Reading, books, libraries, it's all boring.
So in the beginning, it's always better to read books which are less than 250 pages, because once you complete a book in its entirety, you will have the confidence and the interest to read more books later. Guys, I'm not saying to never select a book that is over 500. I'm saying in the beginning, if you're a beginner and if you want to read more books, if you want to develop the habit of reading well, then it's better to select some books which are less than 250 pages. It will really help. Guys, now I will reveal the secret that I have been using to read all these hundreds of books. Are you ready? The answer is audiobooks. Well, you might think that, okay, you read audiobooks, so that's how you could read it, right? No. So there's a nuance in this. I will explain. So what I do is that I will purchase the audiobook, and also I will purchase the physical book. That's most important. If you just listen to the audiobook, what happens is that if you want to take a notes, it will be a cumbersome process, and if you liked something in the book, you have to come back. It will take a lot of time, and you cannot copy paste, and there's a lot of issues. So what I do is that I put the audio in 2x. If you train yourself, you can also put it in 3x, okay? Put it in 2x and then look at the physical book at the same time. What happens is that when you just read without audio, you will read, but you will again read the same line, and it will cause delays, and you might not read, you might delay. But if you have some voice running, you will also see without skipping anything, and it will make sure that you put your concentration easily. Try it, guys. Once you try it, you will understand. It's like someone is reading to you, and you will feel so awesome because you will understand everything that you are seeing. There's no need to read every word aloud. It is going smoothly. But as I said, if you just listen to the audio, the note taking would be a very hard process, difficult process. But with audiobook and the physical book, note taking is very simple. So what happens is that when you're listening, if you find some paragraph or some point very interesting, don't underline the entire thing, don't highlight the entire passage or everything. Just put a mark beside the paragraph, okay? Just put like a check mark or something, and once you completely read the book, come again to those points and transfer that into something else. Don't leave the notes in the book itself, because it will be so hard to look for certain things. So what I do is that sometimes I read on the Kindle, right? So I will just put the entire paragraph as a highlight, and then after the book is done, I will come back and I will see the important points, because at the moment of studying, everything will seem like an important point. But once you read, complete the book, come back to the notes next day and see the points that you highlighted, or you put a check mark, and if it's really resonating, then transfer it into some notes. So I have like a digital notes. I have like hundreds of books in that digital notes. That's how I can make videos easily. If I want to make a video about happiness, I will just type happiness and I will get all the resources. If I want to make a video about fear, I will just do that. So it is so easy and it is worth it, guys. I have read like in the beginning 70 books and I did not make notes. I did notes in the just book itself, but it became very hard for me to go back and I was forgetting where it was. So it's always better to have a commonplace book so that you can refer to it very easily. Okay, the next tip is that consistency always beats intensity. Some people read a lot, like 40 pages today, and they will never read again. That's not what I'm saying. Always be consistent. You have to keep a time. You have to schedule a time every day. No matter what, I will read at least 20 pages or 10 pages. If you do that consistently, you will become a speed reader indirectly. So imagine that you selected a book with 200 pages, okay? If you read 20 pages per day, you can finish that in 10 days. Or if you have more interest, you can complete it in a week. So can you imagine reading a book a week? You can do that and it will change your life. Guys, average person reads 4 books per year. And to be honest, I don't think that's reality, because people won't read at least a book a year also. Can you imagine what kind of capabilities and how valuable you will become in the marketplace when you read a book a week? That would change your life. You will be spending an entire person's life worth of reading in a year. So can you imagine that power? I read a book a day, because I showed you, right? Audiobook, imagine that you are reading a book which is like 250 pages. It would be like roughly 8 hours or 7 hours. If you to keep it in 2.5x or like the speed, if you speed it up, it would come to 3.5 to 4 hours. So can't you spend 4 hours per day reading a book? Like, I'm not saying everyone to do that, but if you have the time, you can read a book a day. So if you don't take a book a day, but you can do a book a week, or for 10 days you can read a book, or for at least a month you can read a book, right? So it will drastically change your life, and it will transform your life into a whole new level. Well, I have one more technique called washroom technique, because 70 to 80% of the books I have read it in washrooms. Wait, what? You might ask.
What?
But I will tell you the reason. So, see, everyone has to attend nature's call, right? It's mandatory. You have to attend. So you have 10 to 15 minutes in the washroom every day, no matter what. So if you go to bathroom like twice, you have like 20 minutes or 25 minutes every day. So I will bring a book and audio to the washroom, and I will read there. So every day I have the opportunity to read more indirectly. So try that washroom technique. And this is similar to what Tony Robbins says called net extra time, NET. So every day you will have some extra time. For example, if you're cleaning dishes, that is an extra time. You will not do anything else. So you can listen to the audiobook in this way. But doing the dishes mindfully is also very powerful. But if you want to read more books, I think you can use all that extra time. Well, I think many people are interested in this. I learned speed reading from Howard Berg, world's fastest reader since 1990, because he has Guinness World Record of reading books very quickly, and he has the power to read 80 pages in 1 minute. Guys, it is not fake or anything. I have practiced it. I cannot read 80 pages per minute right now, but I am very fast. I will tell you the technique also. But he got invited to an interview where he read a person's book, and he read it like very fast, and the person asked him, okay, tell me what you learned, and he explained everything back to him. So it is not just speed reading, it is also about comprehension. So what I do is that, imagine that this is as a book. Okay, many people read like this, like every point in the mind they will repeat, but he mentions to read like this. Like if there is a line, do this. You might miss some things in the between, but it's okay. You have to train your brain that you don't need to concentrate on simple things like and, this, that, like that. And see, when you see McDonald's symbol, you will say McDonald's. No, right? It will automatically go into your mind. So there's no need to speak it out. So that's how you have to train it. So if you don't have audio, do this. Like, don't do this full speed, but try to slow it down. You will read twice as fast as you generally read without doing this. You can use a pointer, like if you have a pen also, you can use a pointer to do that if you don't want to use your hand. So, but when you are having audio, this will also help. So if you have the audio with you on 2x, and if you have a physical copy, that is more powerful than speed reading. And with the power of consistency, you can read more books than a speed reader can. So what is the technique that you will adopt from this video? Don't go without adopting something from this video, because if you learn something and if you do not do something, it's waste of your time. So do it now. So write it down in the comment below on what technique you will use in your life. Maybe it's the time to do all of them together. So thank you so much guys for watching. You guys are awesome tacklers. Yo,
Want to say subscribe? Yeah, thank you.